Welcome to Have You Read It, the channel where we bring books to life, one summary at a time. Today, we're diving into David Brooks's insightful book, How to Know a Person: The Art of Seeing Others Deeply and Being Deeply Seen. This book isn't just a self-help manual, it's a thoughtful exploration of the essential human skill of truly seeing and understanding each other. In a world increasingly marked by division and disconnection, Brooks argues that this ability is more crucial than ever. He combines personal anecdotes, research in psychology and neuroscience, and observations of cultural trends to paint a compelling picture of how we can all become better illuminators, people who bring out the best in others by deeply seeing them. Brooks begins with his own journey. He describes himself as someone who was initially detached and emotionally reserved, more comfortable observing than connecting. He recounts a pivotal moment at a panel discussion surrounded by expressive theater people, where he realized that his detachment was a form of withdrawal from life. He acknowledges his fear of intimacy and vulnerability as root causes, and how becoming a father and facing life's inevitable challenges helped him grow emotionally. He emphasizes that seeing others deeply isn't as simple as it sounds. We all have tendencies that hinder our ability to perceive others accurately. Brooks calls these diminisher tendencies and lists several examples: egotism, anxiety, naive realism, the lesser minds problem, objectivism, essentialism, and the static mindset. A key concept Brooks introduces is the idea of illuminators, people who have a genuine curiosity about others and a knack for making them feel seen, heard, and understood. He contrasts this with diminishers, who make people feel small and unseen. He uses the example of witnessing a warm interaction between an elderly woman and her pastor to illustrate how the quality of attention we project onto others can call forth different versions of them. Brooks explores the concept of accompaniment, drawing inspiration from naturalist Lauren Isley's experience of floating down a river. Accompaniment, in a social context, means being present with someone, sharing in their experiences, and offering support without trying to lead or control. This involves patience, playfulness, and an other-centered approach, letting the relationship unfold naturally. He argues that small talk and shared activities are crucial for building trust and comfort, paving the way for deeper connection. To see others well, we need to understand what a person is. Brooks draws on the concept of constructionism from cognitive science, which posits that we actively construct our perception of reality based on our individual experiences, beliefs, and expectations. He uses the story of families coping with the aftermath of a tsunami to illustrate how the same event can be experienced in profoundly different ways, depending on each person's unique perspective and the tasks they feel called to undertake. Conversations are crucial for knowing a person, especially in a world that prioritizes transactional interactions over genuine connection. Brooks offers several tips for becoming a better conversationalist, including treating attention as an on-off switch, actively listening, favoring familiarity in conversation topics, making people feel like authors of their own stories, embracing pauses, and looping. He also emphasizes finding common ground in disagreements and resisting the urge to top others' stories. Asking the right questions is an essential conversational skill. Brooks highlights the importance of open-ended questions that invite others to share their perspectives, experiences, and values. He suggests asking about turning points in people's lives, their fears, and their hopes for the future. Brooks acknowledges that our current social landscape is characterized by loneliness, distrust, and polarization. He cites alarming statistics on rising rates of depression, suicide, and social isolation. He attributes this crisis to a societal failure to teach essential moral and social skills, leading to a culture of disconnection and diminished empathy. Knowing a person in this challenging environment requires navigating hard conversations, those across differences and power imbalances. Brooks emphasizes the importance of understanding the context and social dynamics of such conversations, particularly the power imbalances that often exist. He also highlights the distinction between the official conversation and the actual conversation. Brooks offers guidance on how to support a friend struggling with depression, drawing on his personal experience with a close friend's battle with the illness. He emphasizes the importance of presence, active listening, and validating their experience without offering unsolicited advice or attempting to cheer them up. Empathy is an essential skill for navigating difficult conversations and supporting others. Brooks breaks down empathy into 3 components: mirroring, mentalizing, and caring. He also discusses individual differences in empathy and how to develop these skills. Brooks examines how past experiences, particularly those from childhood, shape our present selves. He lists common defense mechanisms people develop, such as avoidance, deprivation schemas, overreactivity, and passive aggression, and discusses how these can become sacred flaws that both strengthen and limit us. He argues that empathy is crucial for helping others grapple with the legacy of their past wounds. Personality plays a significant role in how we interact with the world. Brooks advocates for using the Big 5 personality traits as a more scientifically valid framework than systems like Myers-Briggs. He provides detailed explanations of each trait, highlighting their advantages and disadvantages. Understanding someone's current life task can provide valuable insight into their behavior and motivations. Brooks adapts concepts from developmental psychology to outline a series of common life tasks, including the imperial task, the interpersonal task, career consolidation, the generative task, and the task of achieving integrity in the face of death. He explains how consciousness shifts to meet each task's demands. Personal narratives shape our sense of self. Brooks encourages us to engage in storytelling conversations that invite others to share their life experiences and the meaning they've made of them. He suggests listening for the narrator's tone of voice, their imago, the plot of their story, and their narrative flexibility. Our cultural background shapes our worldview. Brooks emphasizes seeing individuals within the context of their cultural inheritance, while also recognizing their unique individuality. He cites research on cultural differences and their impact on how we perceive and interact with the world. He cautions against reducing people to stereotypes based on their group affiliations. Brooks concludes by redefining wisdom, arguing that it's less about dispensing advice and more about empathetic listening and creating a space for others to discover their own truths. He provides examples of individuals who have demonstrated this kind of wisdom in their interactions with others. He encourages readers to strive to become better illuminators by practicing these skills in everyday life. Thanks for watching. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you never miss our next book dive.